I have an honest question for the MAGA. Even though I'll probably be a little sarcastic, it is an honest question. If you are a MAGA veteran, this is especially for you. And I'm actually going to post this on other platforms like YT because I still have a lot of MAGA trolls there. And I'm sure some of the leftists who decided not to vote would also be good to answer this question. How do you feel that we are better off in this situation with the orange one at the helm, when for years the Republicans called themselves the party of law and order, which we obviously saw was incorrect on January 6, 2021, when they blatantly defied the Constitution and attacked police officers? They also, once the Orange Jesus was indicted, decided to send death threats to the FBI and even actually try to unalive FBI agents. So what it appears that they mean is the rule of law as long as it doesn't apply to their orange god. So how do you feel about your guy in charge being a war criminal? Because remember the other day, when signing executive orders, he was asked by a reporter about the ceasefire over in the Middle East. He said he didn't think it was going to last, and he went on a long, rambling statement about how Gaza is great property, and there's good weather, and it's a good place to put property, because he and Jared Kushner have repeatedly said they would like to turn that into beachfront property for themselves. But specifically, he said he's floating a plan to just clean out Gaza, moving the Palestinians to Egypt and Jordan. I'm not sure how many of you realize this, but that is a blatant war crime. Forcing people out of their own country is an international humanitarian law war crime, explicitly prohibiting the deportation or forcible transfer of civilians during armed conflict. This specifically goes against the Geneva Convention. So again, how do you feel about your God King, or in the leftist case, the guy that they just decided was better than the Democrats? So how do you feel about your leader not only admitting that he's an authoritarian, but admitting that he wants to openly commit a war crime? Like I said, especially if you're a veteran, speak up. I'd love to hear it. And if you want to bring up some whataboutism and be like, what about Biden doing blah, blah, blah? Go ahead and point to me something that Biden specifically did that was against the Geneva Conventions. Because Biden was sitting there trying to do everything he could while still following international law. Meanwhile, Orangina McFuckstick is blatantly saying he wants to commit a war crime, which often results in this bottom option. So tell me how you think your conscience is clear and how you're thinking of America first. Because instead it just looks like you're an embarrassment. Many of you going against your own oath that you took to the Constitution, just so that you can continue to lick the boots of the man you've been fawning over for a decade, who has openly admitted several times that he does not like you. He has called you disgusting. He has called you basement dwellers. Yet even when he admits he wants to commit a war crime, you still stand by him? Tell me why you call yourself a patriot, because I'm really confused.